You have never eaten chayote like this before. We start here by grating 2 whole chayotes using a grater. I am going to grate using this finer side of my grater. And here I have already grated both chayotes completely, yielding this amount. Now I give it a light squeeze to remove excess water. Then I put it directly into the pan with a little hot oil. I lightly saute so the chayote becomes nice and tender. This way, it gets a very delicate texture. I have already sauteed my chayote well. It came out soft and cooked to perfection. The chayote also stays even greener this way. Now I turn off the heat and let the chayote cool completely. While it cools, I already put 3 whole eggs into the blender. I also add 1 cup of cold milk. I pour in about 3 tablespoons of oil. And I also add 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I put everything directly into the blender jar. Now I close the blender and blend until it becomes smooth and even. I have already blended all the ingredients. The batter came out smooth and uniform. I set this mixture aside. Now with the chayote already cooled, I transfer it to a bowl. I add the blended batter to the chayote. I pour in all the mixture to use every bit of it. And I mix very well to combine the chayote with the batter. The texture already looks beautiful and creamy. The mixture ends up with this wonderful consistency. With a flavor you can already imagine is delicious. I have already mixed very well. Everything is nice and even. Now I add chopped cilantro and chives. I mix again to evenly distribute the seasonings. Now I add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And I mix gently, just to incorporate the baking powder. The baking powder is already mixed in without over-mixing, and it ends up with this light and airy consistency. I set this mixture aside, and I grease the baking dish with butter all over the surface. Now I pour all the batter in here. I pour in every bit without leaving any behind. You can spread it out evenly using a spatula. Remember to use a deep baking dish. This way, the batter has space to rise about 2 fingers high. To give it that extra touch, I sprinkle shredded mozzarella cheese on top. This will create a golden, irresistible crust. Cheese is spread, ready to bake. I place it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes until golden. My chayote pie is already baked. Now I cut it to show the texture inside. It came out incredibly fluffy and soft. This chayote pie is moist and flavorful. Every bite melts in your mouth. And the flavor is truly delicious. When I made it for the first time, it was a real hit here at home. And that golden cheese on top leaves a wonderful aroma in the kitchen. It is truly irresistible. Just look at this amazing pie. And now all that's left is to enjoy this delicious chayote pie.